Hello everyone, back tuning in to today's video. We're going to have a look at weather week ahead as was on a Saturday. We do have a weekend forecast. So we've got high pressure for this May Day bank holiday weekend. We've been talking about it a lot over the videos recently, particularly in the May Day bank holiday weekend updates. High pressure is going to be dominating and bringing a lot of dry and very warm weather. In fact, we will see record-breaking temperatures, I think, on May Day bank holiday Monday, with our warmest May Day bank holiday Monday on record. Temperature could go up to 27 degrees, that's 81 Fahrenheit, in central London, so it could be a really warm bank holiday. Timing it just right, because actually as we get just beyond the bank holiday weekend, it will start to turn cooler and more unsettled, with the temperature returning back to average and low pressure starting to bring some showery bursts of rain. So for once, we're timing this spell of warm weather just right to coincide with the bank holiday. So, I'll go on with your weekend forecast in a moment, just to say that the website's using for the weekend forecast coming from the weatheroutlook.com and weathercentral.de. You can find it to both websites on the links page. We'll start with the radar picture, but we won't look at this for very long because there's hardly any rain to be seen. We've got an almost universally dry day across the UK. Just not quite, because the very far northwest, Scotland, the Outer Hebrides, a little bit of showery rain there, and a few showers. You have to squint at the screen to see them, but a few showers are developing around the Glasgow area as well. But essentially, I think you can say it's more or less a universally dry day across the country, so I say we won't dwell on that for too long. Here's today's active pressure chart from weathercentral.de. You can find it to both Weather Outlook and Weather Central on the links page. So high pressure building through the country today from the Azores. That's the Azores high. Always brings us our best spells of summer weather, particularly if it gets together with a ridge that's sitting to the east, as this one is doing. So it's a stable ridge that's going to bring a lot of dry and warm weather with it. So for the rest of this afternoon, we're going to keep really good sunny spells going across the bulk of England and Wales. We've had unbroken sunshine this morning. The cloud will bubble up a little bit this afternoon. The sky will fill in a bit, but essentially lots of sunshine coming up for England and Wales this afternoon. Scotland and Northern Ireland will be a little bit cloudier up there, with one or two showers likely, as we've already seen, and maybe more persistent rain in the very far northwest of Scotland by the end of this afternoon. Temperatures warm today. It's like a summer's day already, so temperatures are going to be widely up to sort of 19, 20, 21. Central London might go up to 23. 23 is at 73 Fahrenheit. Overnight tonight, we'll keep this high pressure dominating. We will have a little weather front pepping up across the far northwest. So across northwest part of Scotland into the north of Scotland, there'll be showery bursts of rain. That'll probably get heavier and more persistent up there by the end of the night. But the vast majority of the country will be dry tonight with long clear spells. A few mist and fog patches could develop, and despite the warm day today, temperatures will become quite chilly tonight, so going down into single figures. Anyway, rural areas could be down to 5 or 6 degrees by the morning. But that will set us up for a super Sunday with high pressure again in control across much of the country. Its position is more towards the east of us, so we're bringing in the air from the east to southeast direction. Notice it is more unsettled for Scotland. So again, the far north and northwest of Scotland will have cloud and quite heavy rain through the morning, probably turning patchier through the afternoon. The rest of Scotland, I think, will probably be quite cloudy tomorrow, and there might be a few showers almost anywhere. The eastern and southeastern parts of Scotland have the greatest chance of seeing brighter sunny spells. Elsewhere, it's a case of decent sunny spells coming through. Maybe not quite as sunny as today for some of these western parts of the country, but certainly east areas should have a decent amount of sunshine. Temperatures tomorrow will be even warmer than today. I think we could see 25 in central London. That's 77 in Fahrenheit. And again, widely into below 20 Celsius across most parts of the country. And then the heat wave sort of peaks on Bank Holiday Monday, with the high pressure again centred just to our east, bringing up the air from an east to southeasterly direction. Notice low pressure is beginning to move into the very far northwest. So again, always expect more cloud across the north and the west of Scotland, with a few showery bursts of rain possible up there, and maybe a few showers across parts of northern England, Northern Ireland as well. But the bulk of the country will have another dry day on Bank Holiday Monday. The best of sunshine will be in the south and the southeast. Temperatures widely will be between 20 to 25 degrees Celsius And in central London, I wouldn't be at all surprised to see 27 being achieved. 27 is 81 Fahrenheit, and will be a new maximum temperature record for May Day bank holiday Monday, which is a holiday but we've only had for 40 years. The first one was back in 1978, so it's not one of the longer standing bank holidays that we have in this country, unlike, let's say, the late spring bank holiday weekend or the late summer bank holiday weekend or Easter. So it's not one of those longer standing bank holidays, but nevertheless it will be the hottest May Day bank holiday Monday for 40 years since we started with this bank holiday in 1978. As I say, we time it just right, because on Tuesday we're going to start to see low pressure starting to move back in from off the Atlantic again and turning things cooler. I think we'll have one more very warm day in the southeast on Tuesday with mostly dry and bright conditions with sunny spells. Temperatures could still reach 24 or 25 in the southeast, but essentially it's turning cloudier with outbreaks of showery rain across Scotland and Northern Ireland in the morning, gradually slipping southwards and eastwards, turning lighter and patchier as it does so. But then brighter skies with sunshine and showers will follow into the northwest. Notice the ice bars are tightening a little bit, so the wind's freshening, will be turning cooler. After a warm start in the north and west, I think we'll probably see temperatures falling away to around 13 or 14 degrees. And then by the time we get through to Wednesday, we are firmly into a different regime, and an Atlantic-driven pattern will be evolving from Wednesday onwards. So we probably start off mostly dry on Wednesday morning with brighter sunny spells, but wind and rain in the west will spread eastwards across many parts of the country through the day. The far south could stay mostly dry, but it will be cloudier. But from Wales and the Midlands northwards, I think we'll have showery rain moving in from the west, and also quite windy as well. Notice the isobars are tightly backed in the far northwest, so we could see winds gusting up to gale force perhaps for western parts of Scotland. Temperatures a lot cooler, ranging from around 10 to 18 degrees Celsius. 18 is still pretty pleasant in the southeast, but certainly cooler compared to this bank holiday weekend. Thursday, we're under a very slight transient ridge of high pressure ahead of this next area of low pressure. So Thursday, I think, will be essentially a dry day with sunny spells. There may be a few light showers scattered about, most likely in the northwest. Quite windy in the northwest of the country as well. The main thing about Thursday will be a much cooler feel, with temperatures ranging from around 8 to 15 degrees Celsius. And then on Friday, we bring the next area of low pressure in from off the Atlantic. That will bring our next batch of wind and rain. So we start off dry and bright in the east on Friday morning, but cloud and rain in the west, driven in by strong winds, will spread eastwards through the course of the day, with brighter skies and showers following along behind. It looks windy, so again, particularly for Scotland and Northern Ireland, will be quite windy, with a risk of local gales perhaps in the Outer Hebrides. Temperatures will be cool as well on Friday, ranging from just 7 to 14 degrees Celsius, and then that sets us up for an unsettled spell through the course of next weekend, with this shallow trough over the country on Saturday and also on Sunday. Although by Sunday it's beginning to shift away to the east, and we're already starting to see signs of an extension from the Azores high building in. But I think essentially both Saturday and Sunday are at the very least likely to be showery and potentially quite cool as well. However, it looks like as we go beyond that into the following week, we're probably going to start to build high pressure back in, so a return perhaps to drier and warmer conditions around the middle part of the month. Fine, just have a look at charts and weather outlook. So here we are for today. Bags of sunshine for England and Wales, and warm too. There will be showery bursts of rain in the very, very far northwest of Scotland, but I think this is probably overdoing the potential for rain actually in the northwest. I think many places away from the far northwest will have a dry day. A lot of dry weather coming up tomorrow as well, becoming ever warmer. Temperatures peaking with that sunshine in the south on Bank Holiday Monday. It's saying a maximum of 25, but I reckon we could go to 27. That's 81 in Fahrenheit. But then after that, although we do hang on to warmth in the very far southeast on Tuesday, it will start to turn more unsettled and cooler from the northwest during Tuesday, and then by Wednesday we're into an Atlantic driven regime, so it's a case of showers or maybe in some longer spells of rain. Temperatures will be cooler as well, and then that cooler more unsettled weather takes us into the second half of the week. Friday looking like it could be quite a wet and windy day, and then we keep those unsettled conditions going into next weekend. So in summary, we're starting with a heat wave. We're going to see temperatures peaking on Bank Holiday Monday, where we're going to get into the 80s Fahrenheit. After that, it's going to turn cooler and more unsettled, so we end the week actually on quite a cool and unsettled note, with those unsettled and cooler conditions taking us through into next weekend as well. Probably won't have to wait too long though before we're back to high pressure. Right, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.